Hey, Don here, back again. Started draining and coughing just as soon as I was trying to start, so you got a little more music. Don back again with another live stream. Start that over. Okay, so make sure everything's working before I get off and going. And here we go. Okay, so see the little box behind me there? That side? It's mirrored, so I get confused. Well, it's not a little box. It's a big box. It don't look quite so big in that picture now that I see that, but believe me, it's big. And what that is my new server, my brand new, slightly used server. It's a HP ProLiant DL380 G7 2U 64-bit server. And I'll go into the more details later, but I haven't opened it up yet. I'm dying to open it up. I'm wondering how big, well, how big the box is not a big deal, but I was curious about that. I'm on the lapels, but they're on wire, so I have to kind of make sure they're going in a good way. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to see how big it is. So the box itself is 35 inches by 24.5. And there's a packet, a shipping packet enclosed. Let's get that out of there. I bought this on Amazon from, I forgot the name of the outfit. It'll probably say somewhere on here. But, oh, it was $260 plus $37 shipping. I've been watching it for quite a while. I've been watching servers for seriously thinking one of getting one for. Oh, that's so messed up. I can't read it, even with the magnifying glass. I'll look at that later. It's just a shipping, just a packing slip anyway. So anyway, I've been watching them, and this particular one here, as I saw it went down a little bit, 20, you know, and then it went down again just the other day, and I decided that's probably as low as they were going to get it. Doesn't say the name of the company there either. I'll look at it. I'll go on my Amazon page in a little bit and show on my order, you know, through my orders and show all the details. First, I want to get it opened up. We'll unbox it, as everybody likes to say, and it's a pretty. This thing's heavy. Used to, shame to say, I used to be able to lift 100 pounds over my head and carry it pretty easy. This is 66 pounds, and I didn't. Well, my arm and my shoulder. I got to excuse my shoulder. I actually kind of pulled it half out of joint about a month ago, and it still hurts whenever if I just reach for something. And so I didn't want to do that anyway, even if I could. But I could feel like I might not have been able to do it without hurting my back and everything else. So that's what happens when you get old and you don't do nothing but work on computers, but not servers. I knew they were, you know, I mean, I've seen it. I just, at 66 pounds, I thought, well, I can handle that, you know, but not so much, mate. So I've been just dragging it around and, you know, stuff like that. I drug it in here. I left it up on the end and drug it. There's less resistance on the carpet. So there's how they pack them, how they packed this one. And make sure I'm going to put this stuff. I think I'll put it up here out of my way. Just don't, it's kind of dirty stuff, so I don't want it on my bed. Yeah, this is my bedroom, so. And I would like for this thing to be able to live in here with me so I could just, you know, reach out and touch it anytime I want, but I doubt it. So let me put my chair up or get it out of the way. Ugh. Imagine I'll have to put it in the garage. I had decided that it would be able to handle it because I had an IBM desktop out there running as my web server. Now here's the power cords. Those actually look brand new. Cool. So, and I decided that a server would be able to handle it as long as I kept a big fan on it. Last summer had a week of 110 to 115 degrees. We had about 3 days of 115. I think one day I think was actually 116 high, and it just chugged right away. That IBM did, that desktop machine with the fan on it. But these do say in the HP specs their maximum operating temperature is 95 degrees. So I'm like, well, I don't even think I don't know if a big fan plug. Of course, they have their own fans, really big fans, really not really big fans, but really powerful fans that never took one out of a box. So this stuff here is it's kind of stuff that expands. I don't want to mess anything up. Okay, I can lift the one side easy enough. There we go. I guess you wouldn't think the box and that stuff would really make that much more weight, but it sure feels a lot heavier, lighter. So maybe I'm not as wimpy as I thought. It feels a lot lighter like that. I'm trying to figure out where to set things. I don't have room in here for all this, but I'm going to set it over here on the floor so I can plug it up and try it out. And then maybe I'll put it in my rack. I'll show the rack here in a little bit, but let's see. Let's just let it sit there like that for a minute while I get things I'm going to re-aim my other, I'm going to split to both cameras, and I'll aim this one over there where I'm going to put it. And you can see the whole silly transit, the silly old man trying to handle this big old thing. And that's not, I'm trying to be too particular. I want to be able to show where I'm going to be down there. That's the main thing. Okay. Now here's what I'm trying to do, and I have learned something. You know, it always hurts your back first, usually. Well, of course, not today, maybe because of my arm, left arm, but if you set, instead of using my back and my knees, if I set in my chair, I have figured out with these other computers when I'm trying to get them out of the rack, I can, that's not going to help. Not close enough. Sometimes I can alleviate that problem. Yeah, the lid is giving me them away. Let's see. You can always flip it the other way. Get these out of the way. And what I was thinking, I don't know if there's enough room. I don't want to hurt this plastic front end on it or anything. So I think I better get out of the chair. Oh good, I rolled my chair over my, oh real bad. Hope I haven't hurt my mic. It looks like it's okay. It's a good thing I decided not to do that anymore. Wrapped up in the wheel of the chair. I'm not used to that. I usually have my lapels plugged into a phone, wearing it in that bag around my waist, and it's wireless. But since I had trouble, I thought my battery was going out. I was afraid of that battery in the phone I was using, and the other two are my cameras that I use all the time. So I started just using my little, I already had a USB sound card, so I've been using that, and it's plugged into the computer. But now, after the battery sitting around for a month, the swelling went down, and it actually holds the charge better than the other two. So I decided that it's probably all right. It's been in there for a week, I think, now, and back in the phone. I just really haven't hooked. I got to redo mine. It hurts the hand. Slipped on my hand and hurt pretty good. I didn't think I. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I thought that it was so heavy I couldn't. I was thinking about putting it. Well, you can't see that. Let's set it down before I drop it down. Okay, so there's the power supplies, and that seems like something good to grab onto but they're not. That's not what they're for. They're just for pulling those out. It's not for carrying this thing. Okay, so I think I'll set it down like this and spin it around one way or the other. Let's see. I want to get a look at the... Okay. Oh, it's got 460 watt power supplies. I wasn't sure if it was coming with... Well, the smallest are 420, and then I didn't remember seeing a 460 on the HP side. But you can't see none of that. Anyway, that's what it's got, so I won't... I'll show them somehow later. Maybe I'll get my endoscope or something. Let's move this trash can out of the way. Yeah, the cables are no fun. That's for sure. It's mic cable. I haven't really, ever since I've been doing it this way, I haven't been moving around much. Oh, it slides good on the carpet. Good. Okay. So, that should be good. There you go. I was going to look, and I don't, my rack. Let me re-aim that camera and I'll show you my rack. Let's see. Okay, now I'll get over there. Get this thing out of the way. I guess I better put all this junk back in it. All this, I will keep this box in the garage, because if I ever need to move the thing somewhere, this is the good, best way I'd have to protect it. It's pretty decent packing. It's that foam that you, I've never seen it, you know, actually being used, but I can see how it works. They stick it in there around it and then activate the foams and it expands. I never ever went and looked that stuff up. You can tell it's fairly new because it smells like fish. That's what new foam smells like. Okay, so I don't know where to put this out to keep it out of the way. Maybe that'll work for now. Okay. Probably can leave this camera sitting where it's at. My little mount has gotten kind of sprung, but there's the rack, top of it. It's a computer rack. In 2000 I worked in the telecommunications business industry, and had a job installing telco equipment, or your telephone company central office. Maybe you've heard of that. It's where all your switching and routing goes on in there, and also internet stuff. And we were installing telephone equipment, DSL equipment for DSL internet, and DC wiring. I did a lot of that. So anyway, that bottom where this red stool and my little head pillow, there's two desktops back there, and what I may do, I'm gonna see how loud it is first. That's why I just set it in the floor. I'm gonna turn it on there and see if it's too loud. I'm not gonna bother even setting it up in there. And also I want to see how much it's gonna stick out, because I know it's gonna stick out. So yeah, let me get my measuring tape and see that right now. So this thing, along with the power supplies, is they count because they're going to hit the wall. The thing itself is 27 and a quarter, but with the power supplies we're going to say 28 and a quarter. Kind of like 28 and 3/8. We're going to 28 and a half. I'm going to say 28 and a half. Now I'm going to just lock the tape in on that. I think I'll pull this little box out. Yeah, it's going to be sticking way out there. I have lots of cables back there I'd have to deal with too. But it will be sticking out there. It's far enough. Now let's see how wide it is on the front. I saw all the specs, but that don't mean I remember them right now. This thing. Okay. 19. Ear to ear, 19. So yeah, that'll fit a 19-inch rack, I guess. This is a 20. This is a wider rack. The reason I got it is I thought it was going to be a 19-inch rack. We were just eyeballing it. We didn't have a tape with us. Oh, the reason I got it, I was working. Me and my buddy worked together. It's 21.5, or well, screws to screws, which is what I was thinking would be 22 inches. I got that written down over there, I think, somewhere. 22 inches, so, you know, this is only 19 out, well, not even screws are, you know, another ½ inch less or inch less. So I knew that, but I have a rack extender. You can't see it right now, but I have a rack ear extender that I'm not, really don't need. I've got another one out there in the garage somewhere, but I could, either way. Anyway, I thought I might put it in the bottom. And, oh, let's just see how wide it is right here. The inside is 21.5. Well, 21 3/8 actual space where you could actually just get something in there. So 19 inches will be inside by, now of course I can always pull it over. I figured I could pull it over and attach it to one side and then use my extender. But then I got to thinking, I have a problem. See, my mic stand is my SM58 mic. Oh, the SM58 mic, it was a broken mic stand and the bottom broke, and so I inverted it. I turned it upside down and mounted it on here. All I have is just a wire. It's a cable, wire cable with the plastic on the outside, wrapped around it, and a cable, a 1/4-inch cable clamp. But it does transfer vibration and noise. When I turn on this machine here, I kept having some noise that I couldn't figure out the last couple of weeks, and that's because it was running as my server. I finally figured out, and I think it's gone now. I'm pretty sure. I haven't heard it anymore since I turned it off, since I got my laptop working as a server. And I have these, you see, that's duct tape around foam, and that helps a lot. It was really, really loud when I typed and everything, and the machine, it helped with the machine noise. So I could put some of that foam on this and make that bigger, you know, plenty of length there. And because I'm afraid the rack running the server running it'll go right through the metal here. But that is a wood. I put wood down in the bottom for those computers to sit on, so that will help too. But if I decide to stick it in there, I'm going to all of what I might do instead of what I'm doing. I decided to stick it in there. Oh yeah, 19 inches. The whole point was, where's it going to be? Where's it going to be sticking to? So get this back down. Yeah, it fell into the camera. Okay. Back down here where I'm going to be working. I'll get it. This is, I want to actually show the server now. So, yeah. Quite that low. Come on, just stay there. There we go. Okay, so what I'm thinking is if I was right up against the, can't really see it that good, but yeah, 19 inches. So see, it would be out in here, and that's right where my feet, well, that's where my trash can sits at most of the time. And yeah, I could get in and out of the bed. See, this is the bed here. So I forgot how far out it was already. Let's see again. It's 28.5. That's what it is. $28.5. Oh yeah, I'd probably catch my shin on that once or twice, getting in and out of the bed. But that was, I figured, the reason I thought about putting it there is because the wood would help catch any vibrations it makes, kind of buffer the rack from it. And the sound would of course be down below, close to the floor, the carpet to absorb it, the bed to absorb it. So it wouldn't maybe bother as much. From what I gather on the videos I've seen people do audio tests, you know. It's not loud at all. It's not any louder than a desktop machine when it's running normally, but if it starts heating up, it's going to get loud, or if it's booting up, it's really, really loud. So if the power goes out in the middle of the night and it comes back on, it's going to wake me up, I'm sure of that. But anyway, I think it'll probably be, the whole idea of having it in here will be simply killed by the heat. The two 6-core processors and two 460 watt power supplies. I mean, might be able to run it on one. I don't know though. A lot of people run them on one, but that's usually with one processor, I think. Okay, so let's see. Gotta get it to where I can see it. Let me get this box in a different place. Is the box in the picture now? Oh yeah. Trying to leave the box out of the way, but to where I can get in and out of the room if I need to. Okay, now, oh, there's another piece of that foam. Let's put that in the box so it can be falling out like this other one is. There. I'm gonna turn it around that way. That ought to make it. Okay, sorry I'm having some fiddly, but this way. All right, so okay, we need network. I use this stool for that. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about using my what I can do. Put my mic up out of the way. I can grab this camera here. Go 1 and 2 again. Grab this one and show some of this. Okay, so we've got no PCIs in there, but we're supposed to have plenty of I don't know how many slots are actually in there, what's installed. And I think it's so crooked the way I had it sitting. I'm going to unplug the power because it's yanking on everything. Hopefully I won't stay off power long enough to run it down. Now, problem is I can't tell where I'm aiming it worth crap the way I'm sitting. That's no good. It's okay. I'm just gonna hook it up and show the more details later. Let's see. Can I set this thing on here? No, it wouldn't be any good that way anyway. Okay, now I need to get the power back on it. That's what I like to set my cameras and set them and leave them because of all this, but I just didn't know what I was going to be shot I was going to be needing. So I just did my start out shots and then left it. Okay, so there's the back end of it. Of course, you can't see anything. But oh, that would have worked. Let's do that. Sorry, I thought there should have been a fairly easy way to do that. these cables all the way. There, that's pretty much the whole side of it. So, got the only thing that we're missing there is the power, AC power. 100. These are, well, of course it'll do 110 or 220, but I want 110. And we're in America here, so. And these are the PCI slots. There's one that where something was in and it was taken out, evidently. And then there's 3 Ethernet connectors there, and there's an ILO. Let's see. Okay, there's 4, 3 ILO right there. That's the remote control. And then there's 4 altogether Ethernet. 1, 1, and 2. So all I'm gonna do is put 1 in 1, put something in the ILO, see if I can connect to it and everything. I will, especially if it's in the garage, I really will have to depend on that. Well, I mean, it would be great to have it because then I can boot into BIOS and see it from in here. But making sure everything looks like it's in still, like it should be. Those are for screwing the, those little thumb screws are for opening up different, you know, parts of the back there, which I'm not going to do right now. Let's see, there's it has a serial and a VGA, 2 USBs, power. Okay, I need to get my power. Well, I'll do that after I hook up the network. So, this is a Cat 6, and I have a gigabit router, so that needs to go in 1. And now, I hadn't decided. Actually, the other 2 that I have down here are, I'm not sure which one will stay in there. The ones that I have that are long have all got broken, you know, safety connectors on them. And so I thought actually don't know which ones are plugged into which router, but on the ILO, well, it will matter if I can't get to it, because I can't go see it. My routers are daisy chain. Now I have my D-Link router, my switch. I forgot what brand it is. Just bought that. So if I know that the blue cable is plugged in either to my router or my switch, so it's full Ethernet, full gigabit Ethernet. The white one here that I'm messing around with, wherever it is, it's got a broken clip, you know, the safety clip to keep it from falling out. And I'm not sure where it goes now. I may have moved it. Used to use it on my laptop. But I'm going to put it in the ILO, and if it, well, what I'm trying to say is, okay, the router, if it is onto the router, the other router, the old router, it's only 100 megabits, which is no problem just for remote control. But I may not be able to get through it because its firewall won't let you in unless you forward the port, because it thinks you're coming from the internet. So, we'll see what happens with all that. And cables everywhere. Okay, now the USB and the VGA. Now I got to make sure it's got a bad pin that's never made any difference, oddly enough, on the video that I can see, but pin that's just about broken. I can't believe that it's still making a connection, but I don't want to break it out of there in case it is. And that's the reason it doesn't make any difference on the video. It doesn't lose quality or stop working or whatever, you know. These cables, I've looked them up before. They're hard to find and expensive. They're KVM switch cables. That's my KVM switch that I use them on. That's the hard part, is seeing which way does it go. And that's how they got bent. Because I've changed it many a time to different computers over the years. And it's been broke like that for me quite a few years now. And still, you know, working. One of them doesn't work anymore. I think either at this end or the other end, the cables inside is broken, you know, the little wires. And they I think that'll stay once I get it sit down on the floor. And the whatever, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, so now. I've got a lot of my other regular everyday cables all kind of bundled up right there. I need to get that back. Let something hold it. Maybe the tripod will hold it back far enough so when I set it down, it doesn't set it on it. Okay. Now I got to get the power cables, hook them up, and I'm looking to see. Oh, I can listen on my stream. I accidentally brought up the calendar. I accidentally hit one of the buttons on the laptop and it brought up the calendar. Okay, but yeah, my stream's still okay. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, I'm gonna set this down and yeah. Oh, there's two powers. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and set it down and then do the power in a minute. Oh, well, that's all right. I was thinking, oh yeah, you can't see what I'm doing when I do that, but that's all right. Let's get this camera out of here. Well, no, let's don't get it out of here. Let's use it. Oh, can't go away any further away than that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And when I'm gonna run over there and get my cables here in a second. And yeah, we'll get those power supplies hooked up. Brand new, cool. Get my new piece of paper that came with it too. Okay, so yeah, there you are. I don't know if you can see them, but come with the little protectors and everything. Where am I going to plug it in? Yeah, if I had it up about midway in the rack, I have a big old AC power distribution thing that came with the rack. I never did say, golly, the rack, I got it given to me by a guy on another crew who was taking it out and replacing it with a newer kind of rack of some sort. And he said, hey, one of you guys, me and my buddy was talking to him, and then he came and told me, but this guy wants to give us give away a rack. And I said, really? Because me and him were both into audio gear. And we talked and we decided, he says, I think it's 19 inch. And the thing was, I believe, 8 foot tall, close to it, maybe 7 foot. Back to that white rack I was showing a while ago. And I had a 2000 Silverado pickup that I bought brand new for that, for traveling in that job because I traveled. And the bed, it was a short bed though, and it wouldn't. So I cut about 2.5 to 3 foot off of it, and so I could get it in because I had a camper shell on it, and I had a bed in there and everything, but I had it where it could go under the bed, stuff could go under the bed. Oh, where's the switch for the voltage? Does it have one? Gotta pick it up and look. Don't know if it's auto sensing or. Well, luckily, might look before I actually power it up, but luckily in America we're at 110, so if you give 110 to a 220, you won't blow it up. It just ain't gonna work. But oops, too far. Did this. I thought I was. Yeah, I still have to get over there. I might have should have done his power cables first. They seem to be tricky. Yeah, those little handles for the power supplies, they don't bend up and down. I thought they did. They just stick out. And anyway, I know I'll have to unplug one or two things, but I'll have a place to plug it in. At the top of the rack, I have a grounded power distribution. It's like, it's kind of like a 6-way, but it's a big steel 10-way or something like that. And it's grounded and everything, but this house is not grounded. But anyway, I have it ran I actually I wired it with Romex and ran it around to the other side of the room to another circuit and plugged it into a power strip to give it protection, so it's safe for my safe for my computers. Now I'm going to get this, well, I'll leave that down there. That might be the best place for that. I might just want to keep moving it around to whatever it is I want to show. Like when I open it up and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I think I'll just leave everything like that for now. And, all right, yeah. I was thinking about, you know, doing them. Well, it would be a much better. Thing is I start forgetting where I'm at and what I'm showing if I don't keep it on both of them. That'd be better, because I always do that. I always forget. Okay, so now I'm gonna get over here. I'm stepping on my mic cable again, trying to get up. Okay, so let's get these. Yeah, that's why I'm not putting it in the rack until I know I want it in the rack, because talk about hard. I'd have to have, well, I can sit on the bed and lean back there and plug things in, but it is pretty darn hard. Can't see things and all that sort of thing, you know. But so now I have some power down here. Yeah, that one, it's down there for any time I want to work on something on my work table. I'll just unplug it, and then the next thing will be, I guess I'll have to unplug one of these computers. I don't have any more free slots. So the one I want to unplug, let's plug this one in first, I guess. This one on this side. And then I'll, yeah, it won't, if it was about halfway up in the rack, it would reach to that. You know what? If I put it, if it might reach to that thing if it was up on the bottom of the rack. Just might. Okay, there's one of them. Let's see, yeah, lights came on. And, yeah, it's got a yellow power light on the front. It doesn't look like it's showing up in the video, but it does. Okay, now, need to figure out which one's going to that other machine over there. Get me my flashlight. Because that's the one, I don't want to unplug the one closest to me. I want to unplug the one that's furthest away from me, I guess I could say. I gotta get I'm gonna trace the wire, the cable back. Assume it goes over to this one. It could go to a different power strip on the other side. Don't know for sure. I think it does. It does. So here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna take its power and put it on the machine that I want to stay plugged in. There we go. Yes, I did. I turned over the camera with that computer, shoving it around. Yes, I did. Oh, that tripod is such a mess when you turn it over. The legs collapse. They just completely collapse. Now the cable is wound up and everything down here. Okay, so I'll pull it out in a minute, but I guess I'll use it. yeah, so here's where I'm going here. And this one, I just plugged it back in. Now where's the one I unplugged? I just dropped it and now I don't see it. Here's my new one. Oh, the one I unplugged. And and these legs on the tripod pinch the life out of you too. Now watch out. Dang you. Shouldn't hide like that on me. Thought I'd be just fine using this camera, but I'm not. I'm gonna have both hands to now, I gotta get my flashlight and hunt that end of that cable. I dropped it and now I can't find it in all the other cables back here. That one. I mean, it shouldn't have gone anywhere, but it did. It went somewhere. Just like it disappeared. There it is. It went down beside the... Okay, I want to make sure I get the right one. There it is. Figured they'd end up separated from each other. The two. I like, something like that. I'd like them to be in a row together there, but they're not. Okay. I don't think that's going to be a permanent setup though, so I'm not going to worry about it for right now. They could be next to each other. Oh, I think they are. Cool. That was a happy accident. This other machine is still plugged in as it should be, I think. And the VGA cable and all that is plugging it into the server right now. And the stuff I have on my bed that I took off my work table is all turned over from me bouncing around on the bed. I think it went in a whole new design there. I gotta pick it up at least a little bit while I'm thinking about it, because I may never figure it out again. Alright, now this cable, yeah, if we're gonna lose camera one because it's not plugged in. If I don't plug it back in, the battery will run down on it. Okay, now this light, I'll leave that light up there for now. Now what do we got? Okay. What I was thinking is, if I can do something with this rat's nest I made down here of cables, it's amazing how fast you can make a cable rat nest. Look at that. Didn't take me 10 minutes to turn that into a cable rat nest. Yeah, I guess you can't look at it with me. The camera bounces on the... I have rubber bands. It actually works good because it's like a shock mount, and if you drop the thing, it won't destroy everything. That's just too far. You can't go that far. The cable, the power cable, that was what I was after. You need to get it plugged back in. There. Okay, now, yeah, I keep forgetting that I've got a short VGA cable to deal with here. So I keep pulling it out till it stretches out. Okay, now, this stuff here, I'm going to open it like this. That's what I thought. Oh, I was wanting the camera the other way. Oh yeah, there's all the instructions on servers have the, if you didn't know that, I learned that from Morton. Everything I know about servers, just about I've learned from Morton on my Playhouse YouTube channel. And I really appreciate it, Morton. This is why I finally realized, hey, I think I could handle you know, I know what to do with one of these if I got it. But yeah, so you can see the power light on. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans already in it. 2 CPUs, and it's got, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's got 6 of memory on each side. Now they may vary in size. I saw that they said that, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are not blanks. Those are hard drives. They're only altogether. It's like a little 1.5 gig or something, a little less than that. You know, this was made. I think it was manufactured in 2011. So you know, drives weren't as big back then. But oops, that's the battery for the came out of the little holder there. But that's the battery for the RAID card. So hopefully that's good. Now what I was thinking is I wanted to check the CPU paste, but I think I will go ahead and power it up. And if it's, you know, if it shows to be getting hot or anything, then I'll turn it right off. But I don't even, I think I would rather not mess around with anything and move things yet until I make, you know, it should be in the, when it's brand new, I mean, or, you know, brand new used, it has the 90-day warranty or whatever it is, 30 days. It should be and ready to go. So let's leave it alone and see if it is ready to go. But I did want to at least open it up and look. But every computer I get a hold of, especially every used computer I get a hold of, I always check the CPU paste. That's something I've learned, so I will be doing that. Got it on there right. I just don't. Let's put this back around this side this time. See if we can do this in a way that we can see. Computers are in the way of me aiming that where I really want to. But there's a tab over there that's not really in the picture. Yeah, that's where the lockdown goes. But as I was going down, you know, heading my way down there, it's trying to figure out what's the, there's some little clips for that wire for the RAID backup battery for the RAID. And oh, I did want to know about well, I can see in there. There are no, oh yeah, there is. Let's see. Maybe I should open that part up and look at it. I really want to know that. Well, let's power it up the first time first, but it looks like it has, yeah, it's got 2 PCI slots on that side and none in the other places. So it's only got 1 PCI riser in it, unless there's another one. No, there's not room for another one under the power supply. Some of those IBM machines that Morton likes, that he works on all the time. He has a couple of HPs. I think he has the G6. This is a G7. I think he has the G6. But and he said that, I thought he didn't like HPs at all, but he said the other day it's his second favorite machine. So anyway, before I turn it on though, I am going to double check. I am kind of looking to see if anything looks loose or out of shape there. But I would probably want to unplug it before I started. I mean, you can hot swap a lot of things like the fans, but I would unplug it first. Anyway, let's see why it wasn't I think I had it up too high, yeah. There you go. You don't start with it up high like I had it. Start with it down low. Okay. Yeah, there's something on the sticker there about it's about power, I think, so let's check that out. I don't think we're going to be able to see all of it. Not enough light in the subject, I don't think. There they are. Let's see if trying to use the sometimes you can do that and actually be able to read small things. Well, let me look at it. Okay, that's all in Chinese and stuff. And it looks like an Ethernet plug. No, it's a power plug. 35 to 60 pounds, depending on what all you got in it. I guess 66 pounds was the max that it could be. But it's got, doesn't have everything it could have in it. I'm gonna go look on their, I have their PDF manuals and everything. I'm gonna go look and see if, let's see, I don't really know where I want to put this camera. Guess if I wanted it anywhere, it would be, well, I'm going to put it back up. Let's get back on the other camera for a minute while I put this one up. That'll give an overview of what's going on. That's what all I had in mind originally for that camera too, and this one to just stay where it stays most likely, but I ended up needing it, wanting it. Oh, I moved it around so much I had one of the rubber bands coming off the phone. Okay. There we go. Okay, now, goodness. This is really fiddly. Yeah, I've got to take the time to get my wireless camera set back up, because I do think my video does better about staying in sync without having three things running over wireless, two cameras and one audio. But I guess I could just quit running two cameras. I always say I could quit running two cameras, but I just can't bring myself to quit running two cameras. Let's get my SM58 ready. I don't need my utility knife up here in the way anymore. It's a beautiful day, but it's getting hot in here now. I've got my window open and a fan running that I usually only use in the summer. I put my SM58 up in its stowaway position, but now I want to use it, so get it out. Now, oh, I forgot. No, yeah, well, I'll use the USB slot, so I'm going to actually try to boot it up here in a second. Okay. Oh yeah, I will have to put camera on my monitor in order to show anything about me booting it up, the one that's on it right now. Let me look at the specs first before I forget. I want to make sure that if it auto senses, or if there's a switch for the voltage, input voltage. So need a drink of water. That little thing that looks like a computer right there, that's my power supply amp I'm always talking about. It's my old Dell computer that I bought new, and then lightning killed it one day. And it has two computer power supplies and two car audio amps. So that's my audio amp setup. And if I need 3.5, 5 volts, or 12 volts for anything. Then I can you know, computer, well, I can plug it into the Molex, or I can put some jumper wires on there, you know, and plug and test things or run things. Alright, I thought I'd be able to run my hard drive adapter that way, but it gets noise into the speakers and drives me nuts, so I can't use it for that. I ended up running, I have that computer under my feet. I don't know if you saw it a while ago. That was my first server, and it's still my footstool. It's a great footstool. It's not even plugged in anymore. So Dell, see my mic, I guess. It's an old Dell 450 megahertz Pentium 3 that I ran as a server for probably about 5 years. So anyway, till the software got to where it was, you know, too bloated for it. I ran it on Chaos Linux, which was an RPM-based server distro. So, yeah, I went to the SM58. Well, that'll be fine for now. Guess I'll close my sticky note. In a while, I'll go into where I bought it and show them. But that's what it is. ProLiant DL380 G7 2U, two rack spaces is what that 2U means, 64-bit. So I'm going to get the, let's see, actually, I went over here in my, documents. I can get on my home keys. Okay, guess I can't get on my home keys. Oh, there it is. Oh, I've got more than one server. I was looking at a Dell one day. I've been looking at them like for about 2 years, and I've been following this model for probably a year. So, quick specs, the ILO adapter. I didn't read. I thought I had 5 to 10 days before it came, and I was trying to finish up my other little projects I was in the middle of, and it came today. It came, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. I'll look and see, but that, which is great. I mean, great that it didn't take that long. User guide, maintenance. Let's go to the user guide. We'll see the AC input first. Let's see. That should tell you real quick there. Let's go to setup. That should tell you right quick where to. Oh, that's. Well, we hope. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be just like typical. I'm going to just start searching. Oh, what's going on with this thing? Every time I hit. When I hit enter, my searcher goes away. I think this is opened up in a different viewer that I'm used to. Actual document viewer. Yeah, that's not the one I usually use. What do I usually use? Probably the other one. I don't know. Let's see. Because I know I usually can search to my heart's content without having to go away on me. There, AC power cord. Whoops. To prevent damage, let's go back. The things are usually at the bottom left, but they're at the top. Okay. AC power cord is not plugged in. Okay. That might be troubleshooting. System inside. LED combinations. Okay, we might want to know that. There's a whole thing of that on the front of them too. Not plugged in. Okay, so power supply amber. Green. Okay, let's see if it's green. Well, instead of me getting up out of my chair, we'll cheat and look. It's still amber. Or yellow. Okay, let's see what that means. A redundant power supply is installed and only one power supply is functional. AC cord is not plugged into redundant power supply. Redundant power supply fault. Power supply mismatch at post or power supply mismatch through hot plug addition. I hope we don't have a problem with the power supply already. Let's see. Oh, let's start at this top. Power supply amber, health red. Oh, I see. Power supply is supposed to be amber. Oh, and then health, system insight. Yeah, I guess I better go over this some because I don't remember all of it. I've seen it before, but system insight display, LED, and color. Health LED, red, okay. Only one power supply is installed, and that power supply is in standby. Power supply fault, system. Okay. System power LED. Okay, amber or green. Okay, if it's green, redundant power supply is installed and only one power supply is functional. AC power cord is not plugged in. Power cap off, amber, standby. Power cap green, flashing green, waiting for power. Power cap flashing, amber. So it's got so many different things. More than one dim slot is eliminated. Further troubleshooting is required. I didn't see any dim slots eliminated when I was in there at all. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's go to that next one about. I really kind of got lost in that description. What I want to know is, let's see, to prevent damage to the server or expansion boards, power down the server and remove all AC cords before moving or installing PCI riser cage. Yeah, so see, I didn't want to. See, I almost opened that up, and then I thought, no, let's don't do that right now. It was a good idea that I didn't do that right now. It's not. You're not supposed to even open it up. Okay. Status. Oh, that's the light inside. PCI riser cage. Status. AC power is connected. AC power is disconnected. Missing riser. Okay, that's all about the riser card. Whoops. To power up the server, press the power on standby button. Power down the server. Want to reduce the risk of personal injury, electric shock, or damage. I'm not going to read all that. Okay, when it's in standby mode, the system power LED changes to amber. Okay, and let's see, press the power on to place it in standby mode. Oh, okay. So it's probably put itself in you know what? I remember on a lot of the servers, especially the IBMs, it just now hit me. Morton always hits. It quickly pushes the power supply, and that takes it out of standby, I guess, and then it goes green. If it goes green, then you can start it up. If it doesn't, then you got a problem. Okay. But I think I will read through the. See, I'm just searching, and I keep getting to all these things about different things. I want to. Setup. Optional installation services. Let's go next. Oh, this is setup. Okay, let's say startup.
didn't really help. There, set up. Yeah. Okay, I'll break down, and these are kind of small on the left. I can't read them too good. Set up. Okay, we'll try that. Tells you everything though. These are good manuals. Okay. Well, one thing I wanted to know, let's see. Yeah. Oh, 1200. Okay, let's see. Oh, 120. Okay. I think that it's automatically going to work. You just don't think you have to flip a switch. Almost every desktop PC I've ever seen, you have to flip the switch. And if you forget, what it has happened before, I've gotten one from somebody, and it's actually gotten flipped to 220 mode and it won't start up. That's all it'll do. But this is a server, and I just paid $300 for it, so I don't want to mess it up. Because you know, industrial stuff sometimes expect you to know more about what you're doing. Oh, it's just something really weird. This is not the one I usually use, and that other one wasn't either. System maintenance switch. I'm just going through the word switch to see if it's not really getting me there. Yeah, this is a weird. I don't know what the heck is going on with my. Let's go into this other. The server maintenance might tell me more details anyway. I don't have a bunch of viewers on this machine. I'm just going to double click and open it. Sometimes different, like this might be a real Adobe PDF, and maybe it's picking this other one that I don't like too much. Okay. Skip that one. Pending and install options server configured with one of the following power supplies. HP ProLiant 1200 watt power supply. Rated input voltage 100 to 120 to 220 to 40. Since this was sold in America, I would imagine, and I have the 460, same 100, 120, 200, 240, 50 to 60 hertz, which is our hertz that we have here. BTUs per hour. I guess I wonder if that's how much heat it's going to put out. And that's probably the number one reason why I won't be able to leave it in this room with me as much as I'd like to. Is two 6-core processors and 2 power supplies and all those hard drives. Hard drives make a lot of heat. I guess I'm really wasn't thinking at all when I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll try it out and see if I can leave it in here. I can't even stand one Celeron, 2.8 gigahertz Celeron in here machine. Gets 81 degrees, and it's 80.4 right now. It's not running yet. Well, the window's open, but it's 77 outside. So, but that's with my laptop, my Lenovo i5 running, and my other laptop, which is now my server. Well, it doesn't make noise. I can't tell any heat difference in the room or anything with it. I've been getting chilly every night lately. Well, some nights have been cold, but usually I'm hot even when it's cold outside because of the machines I was running in here for servers. So, I'm gonna get over there and look at the buttons. Oh, I didn't. The maintenance. I didn't ever do a search for 120 or anything. 20 volt. Let's see. It's kind of the same exact information. Just there should be more of it, you know. So I don't think you have to do a switch. Switches. Oops. Just a maintenance switch. And I just saw that it has a regular coin cell battery for the BIOS, looks like. So, yeah, there's every entry of switching here, nothing about, you know, switching it for the power supply. Let's see. Caution, before starting this procedure, read, probably is two separate words like it's supposed to be startup. Hey, that thing quit. My searcher didn't go away now like it was doing a minute ago. Press F9 to access RBSU. Installing the heatsink. That's how to install a new processor. Of course, I don't have any CDs or anything with it. Okay, I'm going to leave this one open. And I want to go. Oh, I guess because it's still trying to go to start. Let's see. There we go. Wouldn't let me go to the top. Oh, it just doesn't do it very good. Well, I'll leave it wherever the heck it is. All right. I need to make a new folder just for the HP and then put the other stuff in some other folder. Uh-oh. How did I end up on the camera stream that whole time? And it's gone black. Oh, man. So telling me then, I never looked up at my laptop, but camera 1 went black for some reason. Probably for me unplugging it and plugging it back in, it ended up killing that camera app. I accidentally clicked on, I was probably trying to click on desktop and clicked camera 1 by accident, so it's been black this whole time. I've been so worried about screwing it up until I finally got rolling there and screwed it up bad. 10 minutes of black, huh? Great. Alright, so, and actually to fix that camera, I may have to figure out where to put my neck pillow. I'll set it down there for now. Okay, what am I going to have to do? I can try restarting the camera to, yeah, that's what I said, my neck pillow. I don't like having it on the floor because the floor is dirty, but I don't want to lose it where I couldn't reach it either. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on camera 2, and I'm going to get down there. If it's in the floor, it's actually, that's why I haven't already been doing that. It's so hard for me to get up and down from the floor these days. All right, but now I've got to, I may have to shut down OBS. Oh, I can, I don't know. If you shut down OBS and open it back up quick enough, you actually won't lose your stream. But that's what I may have to do. Oh, great. My mic is wrapped up in this. Boy, this is turning out to be a real mixed up mess. This is the most I've ever moved around with this lapel mic on. Okay, this is the day I realize that you cannot
move around like you want to with this stool is kind of dangerous. It turns over real easy. You can't do it like you want to. All that box is in my way. I can't lean the chair back. Maybe I don't need to really lean it back that much. I just got to get this cable out. It's around the wheel again. There. Didn't even know it. At least those are fairly, I guess they're fairly tough cables, hopefully. I mean, they are a little thicker than the ones that came with my other one. Oh, yank that off of my, see, that's why I tied that on there. Just pulled it completely off, but it didn't pull hard. It stopped pulling and didn't pull the clip out. That's why I started out with the twisty, and every time I had to get in and out of it was a pain. And I started using just that little big old paper clip thing. And but it would come off with the drop of a hat. So yeah, I'll put my stool, or I'll get down there and look before I do. Well, let's fix this camera before I get confused again. All right. Put that box over there. I think maybe I can still open the door to get in and out of here. Anyway, I might be able to keep streaming and fix this camera and keep streaming, or I might have to. The camera app was still running, but it wasn't. It came out of streaming mode. Sometimes you have to restart OBS to fix it, and anyway, I just realized I've done it before. I've restarted OBS, and it starts up in time, and hurry up and hit stream again, and it starts up in time before I lose my stream. Because you have a little caching going on there. Let's see what it's doing now. Sometimes you can just restart the camera app and it'll come back, and sometimes it will not. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to stop here and come back after I get that all set up, because I need a break anyway. I need a quick break. So, I mean, there's no need to make it an extra long stream. It's already, I don't know how long it is. It says it's, oh, 1 hour and 18 minutes. Over there on the laptop, it started at negative. I noticed that. I used to do that, and then it quit, and now it's doing it again. So I'm going to go and get that camera back up and running, and then come back, and hopefully I'm going to look it over again and make sure I feel like I'm ready to power it up without hurting the thing. Then I'm going to power it up. Okay.